Hi, I'm Katie Todd, and in today's episode I want to talk about the art of apology, genuine apologies, and how essential they are in our daily life. We've been looking at meltdowns when people are feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, and life is testing us enormously right now. So expect to have the fluctuations. Don't expect that it should be all an even road, because it isn't. We're growing. We're all in spiritual or personal growth school, whether we signed up for it or not. In that case, we can expect these fluctuations. So what should we do when we know we've had a meltdown, where our emotions have got the better of us, our inner child has got the better of us? There was a great example this week out in the big wide world of TV. Perhaps you saw the MTV Awards, the American MTV Awards, where Kanye West got up and overtook Taylor Swift and took over her ceremony where she'd won Best Video and said, "But Beyonce had the best video of all time." Everyone was shocked, and I think he got booed off stage. He was purised all over the world. What a dreadful man, what an awful thing to do. Now, he absolutely messed up, no question about it. Beyonce was very gracious and allowed Taylor to have her moment. That was beautifully done. However, let's have a look at what was going on with Kanye. The next night he appeared on Jay Leno, which was a real coup for his first night. And he came on and he apologised. And he was genuine, you could see it. He said, "There's no question I messed up, period." And he did. And then Jay Leno asked a very perceptive question and said, "Well, how would your mum feel about that?" Kanye was known to have an extremely close relationship with his mother. And 2 years ago, she was going in for what seemed like a pretty minor plastic surgery operation, and she died on the table. He was outraged. And he was devastated, as anyone would be. She was not an old woman. He loved her dearly. When Jay Leno asked him the question, "What would your mum think of that?" he was visibly distressed, was unable to speak for 12 or 15 seconds, which on TV is a long time. You could see the conflict going on in his face. And then he said, it was not okay. She would not have approved of that. And he said, "I've messed up, but I haven't really stopped in 2 years. I've just been working, and I haven't dealt with the grief of losing my mum. I now know I need to take time off, and I need to find out how I can improve and become a better person." He said, "I'm really upset that as a result of my pain, which I did not deal with, I ended up hurting someone else." I was so moved to see that. I thought that was superb. We can't do any better than that. You see, whenever you have a meltdown, or someone has a meltdown at you, whenever anyone has hurt you and projected their fears about themselves onto you, trust me, you've all done it and you've all experienced it. The person who's doing the attacking, they are in pain. 100% of the time, they are in pain. The worse pain they are in, the more they're going to hurt the other. It's like they can't hold it anymore, and it spills over, and then people become targets. Our kids become our targets, and you know that happens. Our partners become our targets. We have our favourite people to become our targets, and we annihilate them. This is always about our inner rejection, having been at war with ourselves, and feeling overwhelmed. Extraordinary pain. I loved that he was so articulate to say that his pain caused him to create pain to someone else. That is always the case. Now, if we could remember that when someone's coming in really tough with us and being awful to us, if we could just take a step back, take a breath and say, "Wow, he is really struggling, or she is really in pain here. She's really needing some support and some empathy." Don't take it personally. Probably what they're talking about is 100% about themselves, not about you at all. And if you don't play your part in being reactive and doing the power struggle thing, it can save a lot of conflict, and it can allow you to get to what it really is about. Try not to react. Try to have compassion. If someone's really losing it, they are struggling, and what they're saying, just forget it. Water off a duck's back. And try and come in and say, "What's happening for you? You look like you're really in a lot of pain. You're very angry. What's upset you? Show interest." Wouldn't you like it if someone could do that for you and hang in with you when you've got to that place? We all make mistakes. Don't pretend that you don't. We've all gone here, but we do need to apologise. We do need to really sincerely own when we've hurt others. But you can't get into a habit of having meltdown and then apologising, meltdown and apologising. You think that that's okay. If you know you're losing the plot too often, go and get some counselling, some help. There are some great strategies, really good things that you can learn to help you manage it and therefore like yourself better. But when you do it occasionally, make sure you come in and really own all of it. No blaming, just really own it. And that heals and opens the doorway to love again.